What's up, people? Welcome to yet another video. This is your boy Amit, and today I'm going to compare the viral image generation platform Sora with not so viral Google Image Gen and see how they compare to each other. Sora obviously has a limitation of one image right now, at least here in the US. So while I was waiting for my images to get generated, I wanted to test out Google's image gen platform, and I'm impressed a tiny bit. So let me show you. Let's do a side by side comparison of 10 of the different image prompts. Let's scroll through Sora's library, pick 10 images. I'll run those same prompts in Google and let's test out the results and let's see who wins. All right, so on my left side is Sora, right side is Google Image Gen. For this, I went to labs.google.fx or sorry, labs.google/fx. And then here you can do image, video, music, etc. So I'm on their image generation platform. Now let's just take this first one of an image instead of a video and test it out. Let's take that prompt from Sora. And I had recently did a video on how to create amazing images in Sora. So I'll link to that. Definitely check that out. But let's just take this first prompt now. One of the first things I've noticed is it's fast. Google is pretty fast in generating these images compared to Sora. Let's look at the quality. We got four images and not so shabby. It's not as detailed as Sora, but if you're in a pinch and you want to get an image generated and maybe you have run out of your credits on Sora or it's just taking too long, I think Google is a good second contender. This looks pretty cool. Let's see what this is. A kitchen from the early millennium where every appliance is clear, translucent plastic. So everything is basically made out of Tupperware. Let's try that. And again, Google gives you four images out of the box. So that's the other thing that I like. I still love Sora. I love how amazing it is on that first prompt of V1, but at the same time, it is slow because everyone's using it. So this one, I think it came pretty close with some of them. For example, I think this one looked pretty close here, the fridge. I don't know what's happening here, why this prompt isn't leaving me. Okay, here we go. So this one looks pretty close, where everything is made out of that Tupperware style except for the stove. So still not bad, but let's keep going. Let's see how many other images like this we can create using Google. I have no clue what this is, but let's see if we can give this exact same prompt to Google. Google should be able to understand what that is. Some of these are really highly detailed prompts too, which is it really amazes me how people write these detailed prompts. All right, so this one is again pretty good. Looks like the comic style. Meteor is falling, although this one doesn't look as much of a meteor as this one. So that's one thing I would say. Let's keep moving. We'll go to this next one. This one says 4K, and the prompt is a powerful African man wearing traditional samurai armor kneels before a Japanese warlord inside a large, ornate, feudal Japanese castle. Feudal? Feudal. I would say this one we are going to give to Sora. This one looks like they're about to clash at each other, not one kneeling in front of the other. Let's keep going. I'm going to try a few more, see how close we can get to some of these images. Now, I did already get content moderation on a couple of them when I was trying them out. So Google is more strict with their content. See, this one didn't work out. We couldn't create what you asked. Try a different prompt or click the info icon for more information. We want FX experience to be safe, fun, and educational. Therefore, we prohibit users from knowingly generating certain categories of content. So I did get that a few times, which is understandable. Google's stance is that we don't want to allow that kind of content. And if OpenAI or Sora is allowing that, then Google doesn't care about. All right. Oh, this one is pretty spot on. And in fact, I might give this to Google because of the detail. And also, you can see a lot more things in the background here. Let's try this one. This one's interesting. It's letters or words made out of the wave that's crashing up onto the rocks. Again, I have no clue what language that is and what the prompt says, but Google should be able to tell exactly what it is. Nope, this one goes to Sora, even though Google did a good job of getting the text on the image. So now let's look for a few where we have text on image. So this is the first one where we have come across with text on image. So we're going to take that, put it in here, see if we get. I am amazed though how fast Google's image gen is compared to Sora. All right, so we got hit by another content moderation. This could be because of just the prompt, right? It calls out certain movies, or I'm guessing that's what these are, and that's why we're getting hit with the content moderation. So let's keep going and try to find more text and image. This, I'm guessing, will also get hit by content moderation, but let's see if we're able to get an image. Classic Super Nintendo game Rock and Roll Racing. So because we're mentioning, okay, this one actually worked. And let's expand this so we can see all four generations of. All right, so it's interesting. Two of them, we got the results from two, and two said, sorry, we cannot comply with your prompt. But these two look pretty cool. We have this one, and this one looks very realistic. Let's keep going, and then we'll try a few more. What I've noticed is Sora didn't used to allow pictures of kids, but now it's doing that. So let's try that prompt, and I'm interested to see if Google would also allow that. Yep, I did not think so. This is interesting. It shows Peru, it shows food, and it says, let's go to the original prompt. All right. The original prompt is this, which I have no clue what it is, but let's see if we get the exact results. Now, this one is calling out, oh, that's interesting. We did get some result. Let me go back to that one. Yep, this is, I would say, this came pretty close. And it's mapped out Japan. And this one, in fact, says Japan. And this one says Japan. So I like this one. Now, this would be the interesting test because we have Octavian Augustus taking a selfie with Julius Caesar. Let's see if this works out. Frankly, I thought that was Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know, that this person had an uncanny resemblance to Mark Zuckerberg. So let's see if we get this one. Let me try a few more. Oh, this should be interesting. So this one was a statue, but this one looks more realistic, but it is interesting. I like it. It doesn't look as real. I think this one looks the most realistic. And let me try this one because it has a poster. I'm gonna guess this one will get hit by content moderation because of propaganda, but let's see. So point being, Google's image generation is it's pretty good. Now this one, I don't know what the prompt is, which language that is, but you can see that the output was in English, and it's I've noticed that Sora handles these multiple image prompts pretty well where it can generate the text. So I want to try to find one where there's a lot of text, and let's see if we get one. Sorry for the fast scroll. I'm trying to find one which has a lot of text and see if we can get Google to replicate that. All right, this one seems to have quite a bit of text and it is a pretty in-depth prompt. A vibrant 1970s inspired t-shirt design with a white background and no grain on texture, etc., etc., etc. And this is the output. Prioritize your piece. Take a deep breath. Okay, let's see how we got here. All right, so we have prioritize your piece. We have take a deep breath. So let's look at that image number 4. That seems to be the closest one. So you have take a deep breath here and here. You're allowed rest. Perfect. Eat your feelings. Your feelings are a lie. Here it says your feelings are valid. You are allowed. So some of the text kind of got discombobulated, but I think overall it did pretty good. So looks like this is a good alternative when you don't want to wait for your image generations. Now I'm going to try a couple of mine to see how those turn out. So let me go find one that might be a little hard for Let's try this one. So this one says a business professional standing in front of a digital screen in a modern conference room interacting with a transparent holographic chat GPT dashboard. We got this. Oh, interesting. This one also came out good. And let's see, we got 3 out of 4. Actually, we got 4 images. Not bad. Let me try one more of my own prompt and see how good we get it out of Google's image gen. All right, this one was a fun one. Spoon made out of peanut butter, and the person eating it is slowly turning into peanut butter. Now you can see that ChatGPT actually did not, or Sora didn't turn that spoon into peanut butter, but it turned the person into it. I'm curious to see what Google will do with that exact same prompt. Yeah, this prompt seems to stump AI. I don't know why. So that one I would say is a still a bigger success from Google Sora than Google. And there you have it, folks. That was Google's image gen. I can't say it all together without stumbling on my words. So that was Google's image gen versus Sora. Let me know if you have a prompt you want me to try. Put that in the description, not the description. That's for me. You can't write the description. Put those prompts in the comments below. I will try it out. And until next time, keep creating.